Boop guard, smart card. Welcome back. I'm Geranold. I've replaced Brendolf. I am the wisest wizard now. Do you know about the wisest wizard?
No.
It's a thing. You go to a party, you drink beer, and then you like stack your beer cans up, and you tape them together and you make a staff. And then someone else is doing it, supposedly. Or other people, they're wizard contenders, and then you fight each other with your like beer staves, and whoever has the staff that stays, then tapes all of their crushed opponents' staves, their beer staves. Oh shit, we're battling.
It's happening.
Peon Vanna, she ran away from Wheel of Fortune to do Pokemons.
To come here and make us suffer with her Pupitar and her Swablu.
But anyway, then you tape the rest of your staff, your beer staff, to your defeated opponent's staves. And then you were the wisest wizard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like some serious nerd nonsense.
I love it. I wish I went to parties like that.
Yeah. I didn't really go to parties when I was in college, or
I didn't have friends.
Even now, I don't really.
Yeah, we still don't get invited to parties. Fun fact, we're not fun.
You should invite us to your parties.
Don't invite us to your party. We won't come.
We won't come.
That's,
We're gonna stay here and play Pokemon.
We're the sort of people that complain about not getting invited to things, and then when people invite us, we're like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
I mean, we just kind of have to do it on our own time.
Yeah, we do go to things, but like we do D&D,
Yeah, that's a social engagement.
And we'll go out a couple times, every once in a while or whatever. Once a year. We'll leave our hut.
Our witch huts.
Venture into the world. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do here. Psybeam, Swablu.
Fire Blast, I guess.
Yeah, let's just get Swablu out of here, I guess. That seems like the safe thing to do. Because Fortress is bug and steel type. Anyway, this is Downgrade Arcade. This is down Pokemon Pocket Grade Colosseum Nuzlocke number 2. We've decided it's the sequel. We're catching them all.
16.
Oh fuck.
Or whatever. Ouch.
See, this is why I gave SB on the rare candies, so you can survive hits like that. But anyway, Fortress is bug and steel type, so he's super weak to Mr. Muffins. He's weak to the muffins. He sees them at the buffet at like the continental breakfast, and he's like, I shouldn't eat those muffins, but I'm gonna. Yeah, but carbs.
He's gonna get in there and just.
He's allergic.
Slurp him up.
He's allergic to fire. Big Stomp. Crush.
Honestly, I can relate.
Stomp is cool.
I will mess up a muffin.
I love muffins. I want to get a cat named Mr. Muffins. That'd be a good name.
After Mr. Muffins the first.
Yeah. Yeah, be Mr. Muffins the second, and then he'll be like, Dad, why am I Mr. Muffins
because
the
he
second?
Speaks English weirdly.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak cat.
Yes.
And he's like,
why
am I named cat? Mr. Muffins? And you're like, because the one before was great. Yeah. Mr. Muffins the first conquered fortresses and Zubats.
He conquered Zubats. He conquered research labs in the middle of the desert. I love this lab. I love this whole game. I should just stop gushing and just
tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, just standing order, just blanket protocol, whatever you want to call it. I love this game. I love everything about this game. I love that I can clone Pokeballs, so I don't have to spend my money on them, which is in the game. It's fair. It's fair. It's not cheating.
They're practically begging us to clone balls.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe if I don't catch them here, I'll flinch them with a bite. That seems safe. You gotta clone balls. You know what? So, you ever like go through your life with some knowledge that you don't realize is totally incorrect? And then one day you find out and you're like, oh, I was lied to and I've been propagating this lie.
Yeah, it's happened a time or two.
That is actually, by the way, kind of a problem with a lot of like podcasts and Let's Plays and things like that, is because people will say things and you just believe it or whatever because you heard it. And so, and then you have to constantly do disclaimers and be like, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me.
Well, but you should always fact check. Anyway. That's kind of the moral of the story.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. You should just be aware of it. Like, I'm gonna say things that are inaccurate. I thought Hitmontop was a normal type. I didn't know Hitmontop was not fighting type. In a game that I grew up with, that I played many times, we've established that. I'm not qualified to talk about science or geopolitics.
Yeah,
so,
that's how you say that.
That is how you say it. That's how I say it.
Politics?
Yeah, politics. I love talking about that. That would actually be a cuter name for it. That would I think, make it more inviting.
Politics.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk about politics, but I would talk about politics.
It's like poetics.
Do you think the man... It's like politics is like, do you think that the Bush administration propagated the serial discrepancies between nations of foreign interest? And politics is just like, big man in the house, do a good or do a bad? Did he do a good? Politics.
Oh, wow, what a good he did.
I remember that Gallup poll when they asked if the man in the house did a good or a bad. That was a good one. Anyway, my fun fact that I thought was a really cool fun fact that was actually a lie, just to provide an anecdote on just undo another bite again, because maybe I don't catch him and he's fine. Like, both of these pokes can take hits from Fortress. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, it's cool.
His whole thing is defense. You can just look at him and see that. Oh, and look, we caught him. Congrats. High five.
Fist bump.
Yeah, fist bump. So it doesn't show up on the recording. Anyway, yeah, I am tough.
Tough to please.
I'm a perfectionist in all things. Like my commentary. Anyway,
God.
It's perfect. So my thing that I got wrong for many years was I had a teacher in elementary school, and we had super glue, and she was like, "Hey, you fucking little bitches, you stupid idiots."
There's deeper problems here, but go on.
It's already problematic. She was abusive. No, I don't even remember which grade this was or whatever. But whatever it was, I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade, something like that. I want to say 3rd grade. It might have even not been our teacher. You remember that in elementary school?
Like a substitute?
No.
Or...
Like in elementary school, we switched classes for certain subjects. Did you ever do that? Like, for instance, my homeroom teacher or whatever, not to apply like high school terminology to elementary school, but like my primary educator,
sure,
my primary physician of the mind, was like, her thing was English. Like, she was, dumb. So I'm just kidding. I'm a liberal arts major, but no, she was dumb. And the next door teacher knew science, so he was actually a smart person.
He was a science man.
So we would switch. They would come to our class for English, and we would go to their class for science. And the same thing in 5th grade. Did you not have that? You're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I had different teachers for all of my classes.
I'm gonna save here because I'm paranoid. Well, anyway. Wait, in elementary school, you had different teachers for all your classes?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
For each subject?
I mean, honestly trying to remember, but I swear we had, well, I know we had different teachers for art and PE.
Yes, that doesn't count.
But I feel like we had different ones, but we did have like a homeroom teacher as well.
Academic subjects. I think, God damn it. I think the guy's gonna fall down from the ceiling here. So, this
Why
lineup,
are they there in the first place?
That's fine. Espeon and Mr. Muffins can...
Like, are they just chilling in the vents? Who are they hiding from?
They're hiding from me. Yeah, that is a good question. Like, are they just up there no matter what? They don't even know I'm here. I think they're like ninjas. You know?
Probably. They're probably ninjas.
Welcome to the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Well, thank you.
But anyways, you were saying about your facts?
Yeah,
Tell us facts.
I digress. Oh, it's Rhyhorn. He was the first ever Pokemon.
He was my first Pokemon in Pokemon Go.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have that in common with the like artists that started to draw Pokemon. Apparently, Rhyhorn was like the first Pokemon that he drew. So
neat.
Yeah. I mean, it is a sort of like basic. It's just like a mammal that you put rocks on. Really, I mean, rhinos kind of look like that anyway.
Yeah, Pokemon are always like a combination of
Get out of here,
real
Rhyhorn.
creatures
I don't respect you.
and also fantasy bullshit. So he's
Yeah. Oh,
like the nonsense
Grovyle.
rhino.
The nonsense rhino.
That's what he does.
I had a toy of Grovyle when I was a kid. It was a good one. I had Trico and I had Grovyle. I didn't have the last one though, I don't think. But I had Torchic and I had Blaziken, but I didn't have Combuskin. And I had Mudkip, but no Swampert or Little Swampert.
Mudkip is cutest anyways.
Mud Snot is his middle evolution. Yeah, Mudkip was cute. So I had all the early. Anyway, whatever. So just to finish this stupid story no one cares about.
Yeah, get on with it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So, she told us, she was like, "Oh yeah, you little fucking bastards." Very abusive. I'm kidding. And she was like, "You know why super glue is so expensive as compared to regular glue?"
Why is that?
And I was a little nerd. I still, oh, damn it. All right, Lumos, you're getting out of there. And I still love fun facts. I just, like I said, I like input. I just like knowledge. I'm.
You do a learn good.
Someone put this into terms for me. It was I'm a mile deep or a mile long but an inch deep. So I know a little about a lot of things. I'm like a shitty polymath. That's what I am. I'm just a tourist in a lot of different areas. But anyway, the point is I love facts. So everyone else is probably not even listening. Everyone else is probably just yeah, fuck you.
But this stuck with you.
But I
on
was
some fundamental level.
Yeah, well, anytime I hear facts, I'm like, ooh, that's great. I want to remember that. I treat information like a commodity, genuinely. So, she told us the reason that it was expensive, the reason that it's so effective is because they get it from nature and we cannot produce it artificially. And it comes from barnacles. And that's the reason why the adhesive is waterproof. Oh, good, it flinched. I can take hits from this thing, it's fine. We got this Aridos in the bag. And that's the reason why barnacles can stick to whales and whatever, because they produce essentially superglue, but because they're small, they only produce a drop of superglue in their entire lifespan. So we get it by harvesting barnacles. But she took it a step further, and she was like, yeah, but where do you think we get all those barnacles from? We're not just scrubbing whales and making, tens of thousands of tubes of superglue every day. That would be insane. So what we have to do is we have to clone them. Which is actually kind of apt. We're talking about this because we're in this Pokemon lab. They're not cloning Pokemon here.
And they're definitely not cloning barnacles.
They're definitely not cloning barnacles. Apparently no one is cloning barnacles. Because then I looked it up years later, and it was nothing to support that.
Makes me wonder, where did she get that from?
I have no idea.
What fake?
Well, see, this is also at a time when, literally Time magazine was printing articles all about future technologies and cloning. So who knows? It could have been a misremembering sort of situation. Yeah.
She thought she read something about cloning and mixed it with the barnacles. Maybe she was drunk. Who knows?
Yeah, well, wow, way to discredit my
You just said
teacher.
That she called you a bunch of little bastards.
She didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, it was fine. I had good elementary school days. But
I'm sure they were great.
Yeah. But it could have been just it was a potential technology. And also maybe I'm misremembering what she told us. I honestly doubt it, but it's possible. I'm not gonna rule that out. Just put Espeon in the computer real quick. This is what we're giving them a break. This is what we're doing. Because the stupid game devs were like, we're not gonna put a stupid boo ding machine in here. We're just gonna put a computer in here, and they can't heal. They have to go someplace else for that. Enforce the gauntlet.
But in fact, you can heal them.
Yeah, you let them take a break on MySpace. Remember MySpace? What a nightmare.
I actually never really used MySpace.
Yeah, me neither. I used Facebook.
That was just slightly before my time.
Yeah, I got Facebook when I was like 10. Like my friend got Facebook, and the whole reason that my friend got Facebook, and the whole reason that like he was trying to get me to use it, and he told me he was like, it's fun. Like there's like games on it. Like there's this one game. It's called Mafia Wars, and he's like, and I need friends to play because I need someone to like give me guns and whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, because like your account is tied.
Yeah.
To all those games.
Yeah, all those stupid games. So, and that was like the era of Farmville and shit. And anyway, and I had fun with it. And that was also like the era of like, they would prompt you. They'd be like, how are you doing today? And you'd be like, oh, I'm doing pretty well. And you'd post it. And no one would give a fuck.
And everyone would be like, nice.
Scroll. I literally never got the dopamine hit. Like I read those prompts. Just like, I took it very literally. Like, oh, how are you doing today? Well, I'm pretty, And I would just answer it because it's like, oh, the nice computer asked me a question, And then only to be like, well, it's not really a question. They don't care. It's a prompt. And then you've just made a post. And no one cares about your stupid post. But
it's kind of clever, actually, because if you don't think about it very much, you are going to answer it.
Yeah, it's more personable. I get what
it's a good way to get people to post.
Oh, Grand Bull, Shadow Pokemon. Yeah, absolutely.
And Linoon.
Yeah, Linoon. Is it Le Morning or Le Noon?
I don't know.
Anyway, that was a bad joke. But anyway.
Yeah. Suckers.
Yeah, I told you. Grand Bull's Shadow Pokemon. He's been rolling around in the Shadow Pixie dirt.
He's been hanging out with the dirty pixies.
The dirty pixies. He's been recording Doolittle. Anyway, it's getting worse.
Make it stop.
But I literally have never gotten the like dopamine hit that people describe when they post something and when their post gets likes. Because I would get likes, with my small group of friends that, whose opinion I actually valued and whatever. And like we got a puppy. At one point I posted pictures of the puppy that got a lot of love. I never really got like, I'm an in-person person.
And I think that's why this format works for us at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we're making something, we're creating, and honestly just hanging out, having fun, talking.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, I don't do shit anymore unless I'm making content. It's all about content.
Quality content.
Yeah, I can't hang out with you unless I'm making content. Anyway.
No, really, it's just that we hang out so much that we might as well.
Yeah, it's just something to do. And also, I wouldn't play this game again, just off air, just by myself. Like, it would be sad. So, but it is fun.
And we're happy to share it with all of you.
Yeah. And maybe there's one person who enjoys this. And they're like, oh, I got called out. And then I just mock them. And they're like, go, fuck you, I'm done with you.
They go, that's me.
That's me. And then I instantly mock them. And they're like, all right, fuck you. You lost your one fan. And then they, like, burn our house down.
Wait, come back.
Anyway. But yeah, barnacles. No, like, for instance, I read an article when I was a kid that said that they were doing experiments on spider silk. And they realized that whatever, like, the makeup of spider silk was something that we cannot reproduce artificially and is extremely strong. Like, you cannot pull apart spider silk, apparently.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because then you're right.
It makes you think, like,
I've tried to take, like, spider threads out of a web, and I can definitely pull them apart. So.
Yeah, probably not.
And maybe it's because it's old. I have no idea. I don't know.
People were watching too much Spider-Man.
Yeah, probably. I gotta figure out a way to catch this stupid Granbull.
It's putting up a fight for sure.
It's fine. We're just scooping up shadow Pokemon at this point. Like, it's not even a fucking big deal. But anyway, I digress. Once more. That's gonna be the name of this episode.
Brendan is regressing.
I digress. I devolve.
Not digress, but you're regressing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways. Hey, that's my line.
Jinx. I hope there's a Jinx in this. There's actually a Jinx Pokemon, did you know that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope there is one. I like that Pokemon.
That'd be cool.
I beat my first Fire Red playthrough with a Jinx, I think.
Is that the yellow dude?
It's like, it has yellow hair. It looks like it's supposed to be like a pop star or something, but it doesn't sing. It's just like an ice type. It has big lips.
Oh.
It knows moves like Sweet Kiss and...
Because it got big lips.
Yeah. It's like a kissy Pokemon.
It do kiss.
And it like stuns you and it kisses you or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a big popsicle. Anyway, it's like a very colorful Pokemon. It's named Jinx. And you get like a free one for trading it at some point in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Huh.
Yeah. But anyway, so I read this article. That said they were going to try to splice spider genes into goat genes in order to in order to produce, and this was like in the early 2000s. This was like Time for Kids or something. Time for Kids.
Time for children to happen.
That was the name of that.
Whatever.
That was the name of the mini magazine.
I'd love to see a magazine with that title.
Remember when people used to read magazines? That was wild. Anyway, glad that's over.
Now we just doom scroll.
Yeah, now we just, well, that was kind of doom scrolling back then.
That was the original doom scroll.
And you're like, oh, what's Lindsay Lohan up to?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods. Anyway, so, what was I saying?
About the goats and the spiders.
Yeah, the goats and the spiders. It's like the birds and the bees, but for
serial killers.
But for alpha gen kids.
Or that.
No, so what they were trying to do is splice spider DNA with goat DNA, and make goats who would produce, instead of milk, they would produce spider silk from their udders.
That sounds so wrong.
It's like a way to scale up spider skills. Spider skill.
Skilk.
Yeah.
Give me the skilk.
Give it a skilk. Give it a skilk, goat. And he's like, no, don't take my skilk.
And then you boop his snoot and he goes, ugh.
You're gonna weaponize it. You're gonna use it as a weapon. And then there's gonna be like a sad goat movie. There's gonna be a movie about a sad goat like Oppenheimer, and he's gonna be like, no, they took my spider silk and they used it to like bomb people.
That got surreal really quickly.
There's gonna be a sad goat. 2050 sad goat coming to a theater near you. Except for it won't, because apparently I read a headline that said that like theater attendance is way down, which sucks because I like movie theaters.
And it'll be right next to Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, great movie.
Sad goat, or crack goat.
Crack goat. Heroin goat. He's just like gets depressed. Anyway, but yeah, so to scale up spider silk and make a stronger than steel, flexible like alternative or whatever, and they would just make a bunch of these and like harvest them, and yeah. And I have no idea where they're at with that technology. No idea. This is also like the era of Dolly. You remember Dolly, the sheep?
What?
It was like the first cloned.
Dolly. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
I thought you were talking about the Parton variety.
No.
Not really that into Dolly Parton. I mean, she's alright.
Yeah.
She's cool.
You're not into working 9 to 5.
That's a good song.
Yeah?
Anyways.
I meant literally, not just the song.
I mean, listen. Clearly, if I had the option to, I would play Pokemon all day, every day.
Granbull to the pound.
Your mischief is going overboard.
She's crying because I just told her I'm going to put down her dog.
I would cry too.
He has a lump. Anyway.
No.
That was a bummer.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's gonna sit in the computer.
What a way to be a bummer.
I'm not using Granbull. Although I did love him in that Pokemon short. Where they like the junkyard Pokemon or whatever. I think it's a Granbull. I remember Houndour too. We should just watch all of those, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun.
Some of the Pokemon movies hold up. Comment in the comments if you
have a comment.
If you have a comment that agrees
that.
with me. If you don't agree with me, then don't comment, because I don't want to see. I'll cry. You don't hurt my feelings. You know, make me cry. No. Good. Fascism. Do what I say. Comment only good comments. Only agree with me. My ego can't take it. Anyway, I'm gonna save real quick because I need to use the computer.
Look at all those good Pokemons.
I need to heal my pokers.
You weren't kidding. We do have a lot.
Can't read my.
We have like a whole stash.
Pokemon. Yeah, we have a whole like treasury of pokes. I've never actually heard a person say that like out loud. I've only ever read it online. So I think it's cute. I like it. I didn't invent it. I certainly didn't invent it. I was late to the party because I kind of got off Pokemon for a while. I tried to quit, and then I was like,
trying to quit.
A grungy bus stop somewhere, and someone was like, "Hey, you want to trade a Squirtle for a Raichu?" And I was like, and I gave in. I
really shouldn't, but
I shouldn't.
I wanna.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. What else you got?
What else you got? And then I got the itch and I started trading Pokemon.
You started wearing Pokemon jumpers?
Yeah.
You started
jumpers.
You started wearing Pokemon pants.
What part of Dallas are you from?
And you started like kind of making weird noises and
yeah, I started like making that was a little off-putting to me when I was a kid. Because I watched the show, because I was like a big Pokemon stan. And it was off-putting how like, in the show, the Pokemon say their names. And then you play the games and they're like, ew. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
What does it mean?
And it makes more sense. But at the same time, like they would say in English, like imagine if a monkey walked up to you on the street and was like, monkey.
Maybe not so soberly, like monkey.
Yeah, still
weird.
But like that's the deal with like Apom, you know?
Yeah, that's his whole thing.
So it makes more sense that they would have their own noise and that we would call them something else. I mean, imagine like if you called animals by the sounds that they made. Cows would be moo, chickens would be
I call
oink.
cows moo-moos when I drive by them on the road.
That's my thing. Fuck you. We're trying to take it.
No.
They're moo-moos.
They are. Well, that's what they are.
I call them moo-moo cows because I'm stupid.
Yeah. Moo and moo is also already repetitive, and then you need to add cow on the end.
They're moo-moo cows. When we drive by cows, I'm like, look at the moo-moo cows. Or usually, actually, I say, look at those fat horses.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed that you do.
Yeah.
You joke about random animals by calling them a species that they are clearly not. But it's close enough that it's funny.
Usually they're dogs.
Yeah. Like, horses are just big dogs.
Yeah.
Big, tall dogs.
Yeah. I seriously did that when my sister and I were on vacation and we saw a bunch of, like, horse statues. Horse statues with, like, dudes on horses. And I would just, like, very loudly in, like, the square, I would just be like, look at that big dog. She'd be like, stop.
You don't think we're dumb.
You're embarrassing me. People are gonna think that you're mentally deficient. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. None of these people.
Oh my gosh.
You're never gonna see this. Yeah.
Did you notice his eye popping animation?
Oh yeah. This is what I'm telling you, man. This game's cool. They took some liberties with the animations. They made the eyes pop out. I mean, these things were like two-dimensional, like drawings or like pixel art before this, and then they gave them flavor. This is pioneering.
Flavor. They're spicy.
We don't deserve this.
That did remind me of something though. Like, do you remember those gas station toys?
No. End of story.
Too bad. I can't be stopped. I used to get these toys from my aunt and uncle.
Uh-huh.
And there was like the most random, like kitschy thing that you could possibly buy, but it was like this little, I think it was a pig.
Oh.
Actually, it was a little pig, and then you'd squeeze him, and his eyeballs would pop out. And the really gross thing was that if you squeezed like the other part of him, a little poop would come out.
Gross.
It wasn't like runny or weird. It was like a little toy, like a little poop would just go.
Yeah,
poop.
No, he actually takes a big shit.
Yeah, that's part of what makes him so cool.
Yeah, that's part of the charm.
It's realism.
Yeah. They just like can runny trucker dumps.
It's a little fart spray.
Ugh.
It just goes. Meh.
I hate this conversation.
That makes me think of a story that I'll tell another time.
No, tell it.
Well, I don't know.
Tell it.
I might save it for the next episode.
I'm gonna give Espeon a lemonade.
We're getting close to time.
No, we're not. We could do another 15, 20 hours.
We'll be here.
All right,
all
let me. Okay.
We'll be here all night.
This is
Please,
another.
help
yeah,
me.
there's another DNA sample.
I miss my family.
No, you don't.
Set
this is
me
another
free.
DNA sample. I'm gonna go check on these DNA samples, and then we'll call it.
Okay.
I'll
I'll file that thought away.
Stupid machine.
Yeah, these weirdly boxy.
By the way, when I was a kid, I could not figure out. Apparently, I can't figure out these fucking controls. I could not figure out how to.
Bopping all over the place.
How to do? There's a puzzle that involves these DNA samples. I did not put this together. When I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, cool! Like a little 3D rendering." And then,
cow.
And then you see a puzzle later on, and you're like,
"Did you see it?"
Yeah.
And crocodile.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, there's the Pokémons in these. What? Why can't I use it? What the fuck?
Oh, I guess it like sorts it.
That's stupid. Whatever. This game was revolutionary. I hate this. The way they programmed it was dumb. Alright, well, you can tell your story next time.
Alright, goodbye.
And next time we'll open up the door. We'll get to the next part. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. That's been Downgrade Arcade.
Later.
See ya.